are you somehow comforted by knowing demographics are not this? Demographics are going in the other direction. And so the base, while frothed up and enthusiastic, is by definition shrinking.
I am sort of comforted, but I also think that, what we're seeing to me is, and I've said this before, I think we're seeing an antibiotic resistant strain of a disease that has come from not effectively eradicating the virus, the disease of white supremacy and toxic masculinity. I mean, Matt Gaetz is a young guy, right? Like, there are young people in this movement who are equipped. They are, trained to speak like total nonsense and twist the truth into propaganda. And I sort of think that it's really time, for the sake of democracy, for Republicans, or even just former Republicans who still claim to be conservatives, holding on to the idea that the party is salvageable, need to reorient themselves to the new reality, because we can't afford the risk. If I'm right, then, Ted Cruz's smug, callous, smarmy speech, it was as demonstrative in my mind as it was reprehensible. This is the direction of the party. There's not enough gravitas or fortitude behind the scenes to right the ship. And I think that we have to figure out what we're going to do about that.
Bill, to the point the professor just made about people who claim to be conservatives, we get the freshest news around here, so I want to play for you what just transpired on Fox News.
The fact that the president is going to come and reconnect with the people who love him so much on this stage, I think it's going to be a very, very important moment for actually healing amongst the conservative side of all of this. But I think for the country generally, no one's voice should be silenced, and definitely not a president of the United States.
So, Bill, that's Matt Schlapp, and they do nothing quietly. I keep hearing this extension of the word conservative, kind of an attempt at brand management. It occurred to me tonight, you are a damn conservative. How do you feel about others using that label?
Look, I could say at great length why it's not true conservatism and there's a better conservatism, and I could talk about everyone from Edmund Burke to Bill Buckley, but at some point you do have to say, Caroline's right about this, conservatism is what it says it is at the time. And if that is the conservative political action conference, and they're getting they're getting the former president of the United States, they're getting sitting U.S. senators, they're getting sitting U.S. members of Congress, proud to have objected to the electors on January 6th, unwilling to denounce the insurrection on January 6th. So now, does that mean that you still want to try to weaken them within the Republican Party, defend the decent Republicans? But I don't disagree with Caroline that the fight for the Republican Party in the short term may be over. And I wrote a piece about this last week, that maybe we're all, people like me now, are kind of the Republican wing of the Biden coalition, try to help President Biden govern successfully. But you cannot afford to have that party that you're seeing a good chunk of on the stage at CPAC back in power.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.